Since its launch about a few years ago, Stablepool has been quite popular among its peers throughout the crypto liquidity industry. Not to mention that the platform is managed by a group of crypto and financial trading experts who understand the importance of cryptocurrencies to the world economy. Through the platform's DeFi proficiencies, the pool provides profit for investors daily. At the same time, DeFi users will need to look at their stablecoins and essentially other cryptocurrencies on the platform for lending to earn a 6% annual percentage rate, which is much higher than what the current traditional banking system offers. Click the link in the description section below and start earning those profits you've always heard about in the crypto industry. Meanwhile, in the ongoing legal brawl between the SEC and Ripple, the SEC filed a recent motion requesting to redact specific bits of some meeting notes between the agency and outsiders. However, the defendants, Ripple Labs and its top two executives, filed a counter motion asking for an extension of time to respond to the SEC's proposed redaction. Thanks for watching Make Money Online. If you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on post notifications. We also have a crypto Discord group where we give out calls for our favorite altcoins, and you can also win special rewards for inviting your friends to the group. Links for that are in the description. Ripple and its top two executives filed the motion on the 25th of March, expressing that the fintech startup has obtained approval from the SEC for an extension to the time to respond to its demands. Fortunately for Ripple, after waiting for a few days, the United States Southern District Court of New York has granted the crypto remittance company's request. The plaintiff, the SEC, is expected to produce the redacted documents to be assessed by the Ripple lawyers on Wednesday, March 30th. The defendant's legal team has been permitted by the court to give its response on Monday, April 4th. According to a recent tweet by defense lawyer James K. Filan, the fintech startup Ripple scored this victory by getting an extension of time to respond to the SEC regarding redactions it made during meetings with third parties. Hence, the crypto remittance company got the green light from the court to gain an extension of time to respond to the SEC regarding these redactions. Earlier on, Ripple had requested that the securities agency give notes with the requested materials redacted so the blockchain company could have access to and decide if there is a necessity for a redaction. The SEC consented to provide the requested documents a week from now following its request. The parties have agreed that when Ripple receives the documents, they'll be required to file a response to the SEC's redaction request within 3 business working days, which is dependent upon approval. It's important to note that March the 28th was the deadline for Ripple to file a response to the SEC's letter. But if it so happens that the court grants Ripple's request, the company's response can be filed by Friday next week. Meanwhile, India continues with its extreme cryptocurrency regulations, notwithstanding the uproar from the crypto community inside and outside the Asian country. India's parliament voted in favor of a bill that forces a 30% tax on crypto exchanges without the option to deduct losses. Even some of the members of parliament denounced the Ministry of Finance for the extreme measures. India has been messing around with regulating digital assets for a few years now, with proposals from making Bitcoin legal tender to a total ban on all cryptos for a central bank digital currency. Notwithstanding, the lower house of India's parliament has chosen to go with a new bill that forces intense limitations on traders. Indians will presently be required to pay a 30% gains tax for crypto exchanges starting in 1 week. Moreover, they'll be required to pay a 1% tax deducted at source. Furthermore, the proposition was presented by Nirmala Sitharaman, the priest of finance, who also supported and guided it through the lower house for debate and ensuing approval. In India, the lower house is liable for financial regulation, with the upper house only making suggestions. Various members of the parliament stated their firm disapproval of the bill, saying that it would wreck the developing crypto industry, both because of its lack of clarity and through the high taxes forced. Nonetheless, the minister told the parliament that since individuals are earning huge amounts of money from exchanging cryptos, she is unbothered and approves that the taxes are normal. On the 1% TDS tax, she stated that it's more for tracking, it's not an additional or new tax, and that TDS can always be reconciled with the total tax to be paid to the government. And now back to Ripple. If you recall, on the 24th of March, the SEC leveraged the deliberative process privilege ruling of January 13th, 2022, to request a redaction to certain portions of particular meetings notes with third parties. The SEC annotated that certain portions of the documents it intends to edit are notes conveying the author's personal beliefs and deliberations among staff at the agency during the meetings. As earlier reported, some of the proposed redactions include Michael Seaman's notes of a meeting that was held in April 2018, Valerie Sipanik's documentation taken in a method as of February 2014, and also Jonathan Ingram's notes of an April 2018 meeting. It's been a wild couple of months for cryptocurrencies, and even more so for Ripple Labs XRP. After reaching an annual high of $1.83 on April 13th of last year, the price of XRP has since then dropped by more than 54%. In any case, analysts are currently seeing predictions that the payment protocol coin is preparing for a trend reversal due to the bullish momentum that's on the rise. If this proves correct, then XRP could be set to break its downtrend sooner rather than later. While Ripple's lawsuit with the SEC hasn't ended yet, given the new updates shared by James K. Filan, Ripple's defense lawyer, the coming month could be definitive for the long-running controversial case. And as we've been discussing the most recent updates concerning the developments of the case, Ripple individual defendants' request for an extension of time to file their response, which is due no later than the 4th of April, was granted in a text-only order. Ripple has racked up one victory after another, but it can also now go against the SEC based on the evidence of the Commission's officials making statements from a while ago that undermine their initial motion in the ongoing lawsuit. And now it looks like Ripple will be allowed to use these assertions in court should things get to that point. Among the most obvious reasons to think that Ripple will win the SEC lawsuit is that it's written statements by SEC officials that undermine its case. This evidence, such as the one Ripple wants to be admitted to the trial, the transcripts of SEC official William Hinman affirming that cryptocurrencies, especially Ethereum, are not securities, goes against the SEC's initial probe against Ripple, where the financial regulator is trying to prove that Ripple had conducted an unregistered securities offering during the early days of its launch. However, Ripple continues to put forth a defense in the form of a question that if the fintech firm perceived XRP as a security, then there was no way that the company would have participated in the offering of the XRP tokens without registering it beforehand. Even more impressive record in written form of high-ranking SEC officials such as Elad Roisman, especially Hester Pierce and Joseph Grunfest, who had forewarned the SEC against carrying on with the Ripple SEC lawsuit, not to mention evidence of these SEC bigwigs affirming that cryptocurrencies aren't securities. The SEC wanted the statements to this effect excluded from the trial. However, Ripple's counsel moved to strike those motions, and the judge followed suit in concurrence. So now, Ripple gets to use the SEC official statements against the SEC in court, since the defendants have all the assets needed to win with a fair notice defense, or negotiate a favorable settlement at the end of the day. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to turn on bell notifications. If you have any questions, drop us a comment, and we'll see you next time.
That's how it goes. Hollywood Carson.